To be perfectly honest, I don't need any more video cameras. I actually sold off my Zoom Q3 HD once I got hooked on the amazing images that come out of my Lumix G series cameras. But when Zoom popped up with the Zoom Q4, the follow-on to the Q3 HD, I saw the specs and could not resist. It's like they were reading my mind, because I didn't send them any email, but they added all the features that I thought a music camera needed. The first, most important, most wonderful thing is this flip out articulated viewfinding screen. So with this, I can set the camera on the tripod and see myself when I'm shooting. So framing consists of moving around a little bit instead of taking test shots, looking at them, going back in front of the camera, doing another test shot, going back and forth, back and forth. This really streamlines the business of shooting a video of yourself with no help, which is the way I usually shoot. The next big change is the lens. It's a 22mm with 135-degree field of view, very, very wide, almost a fisheye maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the technical definition of a fisheye is, but this thing is wide. Now, a wide lens is great because it lets you move the camera closer to the source, and that means the microphones, which are these cute little pop-up 120-degree cardioids, this moves the microphones closer when the lens is wider. So that gives a better direct to reflected ratio, which is a lot of what getting decent sound in a typical home environment is all about. The lens is also faster in f2.8, so it should work a little better in low light, although that's never going to be the strong point of a camera like this. One more cool feature that they've added that I hoped for is a mic input. It's a mic line input, so as you adjust the sensitivity, you can go between mic sources and line sources. It provides plug-in power, not phantom power, but plug-in power. The mic input is always a handy thing because no matter how close you get with the camera, you can generally get closer with a microphone, and separating the camera position from the mic position gives you a lot more flexibility. All right, so those are the three features I was hoping for and looking for that caused me to go ahead and spring for this little camera. Some other things that have been added, one of them is a mount that matches things like the GoPro equipment. So it's a different way to mount the camera and maybe adds a little flexibility. Another thing that they've done is used a rechargeable battery instead of AA's. Now, the Q3 was famous for really chewing up batteries, so a rechargeable battery should be more economical in the long run. There's a problem right now because you can't get a second battery, a spare battery so far, but presumably they'll be available. It takes about 3 hours to charge through the USB port, which is the only charging method available, and it runs out of juice in about 2.5 hours. I shot the clock to see how long the thing would run, and it ran for about 2.5 hours shooting 1080p 30 video. So those are the main details. We've got 3 sensitivity settings for the mic line input and mics. This little switch affects all the audio inputs. A headphone level control, some auto controls, auto level with different settings in a menu. Oh, I need my glasses. I can't even, low cut, there you go. And some little indicators. So just in general, pretty functional little camera, very light, very small, and of course, very plastic. But that doesn't matter to me nearly as much as the video quality. So we'll get the guitar out, set things up, and see what kind of video we can shoot with the Zoom Q4.